Upping the tempo with rotation. Hello everyone, and here we are again. I'm doing yet another little video because we're back in lockdown. We didn't want to be, but I guess it was inevitable. So we're going to focus a bit on rotation today. This is obviously aimed at people that usually come to my classes. Many of you will have done my rotation class, so hopefully you'll have some idea of what you're doing. Please do it to your level. Everyone is different. You know your own body levels. I hold no responsibility for any injuries you may incur while doing this at home. You're doing it at your own risk. This is just to give you a little guide and hopefully keep a bit of Pilates going while we're locked down. Okay, so rotation it is. Standing up nice and tall to start with, squeezing those heels together. Lift your arches slightly so you're wrapping your seat. Squeezing those inner thighs together. Scooping your belly in. Lifting your ribs away from your hips. Make your body long. Reaching up through your crown. Shoulders relaxing down your back. Take a big breath in. Push your ribs out wide. And breathe out. And again, big breath in. And out. Last one. And breathe out. So we're going to start with a little rotation exercise before we get down on the mats. Bring your hands into prayer position. Anchor them into your chest. Okay, I don't want your shoulders twisting, so that's why we're going to anchor our hands. We want to get this bit of our spine moving. It doesn't like to move. We tend to use our shoulders, so we want to focus on this bit moving. Imagine your hips are downwards, are all stuck in concrete. If you go more than 45 degrees, you're cheating. Okay, I'm watching you. So you want to anchor those hips there, not to move. So breathe in. Breathe out. Push those ribs around. Keep those hips still. Keep those shoulders still. Breathe in the center. Breathe out. Twist those ribs. Don't let those shoulders move. Don't let those hips move. And center. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can push the opposite hip back for a deeper stretch. And center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen up as you push those ribs around. And center. One more each way. Keeping those shoulders really still. Keeping those hips really still. Last one, lengthening up. And come into the center. Good, standing tall at the front of your mat. Hands up into genie. One foot behind the other, sit down with control. And roll yourselves down into lying. Okay, feet, knees and thighs, hip width apart, legs bent. Take a moment to relax your spine down onto your mat. Relax your shoulders. Have a couple of big breaths. Pushing those ribs wide and down into the mat. Settling yourself down. Now we're going to start with some pelvic rocks. So scooping your belly in, it's all in your abs. You're going to pull your belly in to tip your hips forward and roll back. It's like tipping a cup of tea over your chest. And release. Make sure there's no tension in your shoulders. The deeper your abs pull down into the mat, they'll tip your pelvis. A couple more, waking up that lower spine. Last one. And we're going to do a spine curl now. So starting from that move, scooping in, tucking that pelvis, peel your spine off the mat, lifting your hips to the ceiling and lengthen down. Bone by bone, scooping deeper to get that lower spine down before your tail. Peeling up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Keeping those shoulders relaxed, bone by bone, lengthen back, down. So breathing in as you peel yourself up off the mat. Breathing out, bringing one rib down at a time, scooping even deeper to pull that lower spine down before your tail. Last one. Peeling up. Pushing those knees away, lengthening that spine, rolling it all the way down. Rib cage arms. Float your arms to the ceiling. Palms facing your knees, shoulder width apart. Scoop your abs in, reach your arms overhead, and lift to the ceiling. Keep scooping in, pulling those ribs down into the mat. Lifting back up. Keeping those hands shoulder width. They're going to want to go wider to get to the floor. That's not the idea. Reaching long through those fingers. Two more. Pulling those ribs down into the mat. Last one. Bringing your arms down by your side. Okay, ready for curl up. So feet, knees and thighs come together. Squeezing those heels to wake up your glutes. Long through the back of your neck. Start looking in as you curl up. Reach long through those fingers. And lengthen back down. Long through the back of your neck. Looking in at your belly. Curl up. Remember, no creases in your t-shirt. New Year's resolution, people. No creases. No creases in your t-shirts. No creases in your neck. So therefore, no ironing. It's my kind of New Year's resolution. Rolling back down. Keeping those shoulders reaching down your back. Long through your fingers. Lengthening down. Last one. And lengthen all the way down. Okay, bring yourselves up into sitting. And we're going to do a little exercise called rowing. So we've done this before with rotation. So sitting up nice and tall, so you want to be up on your sit bones. Legs bent, you can have your feet together, it's probably easier. So arms up in front as if you're holding on to, your blade. Okay. So it's all about lengthening back. So scooping in, tucking that tail, lengthening back just a little way. And then coming up tall. Lengthening back a little way. Pulling those belly buttons into your spine. And come up tall. 3 more. Tucking and lengthening back. So not too far. It's all about the control. We want to roll through that bottom. Roll all the way over it. Lifting back up. Last one. And lift up tall. Okay, so this time we're going to add a twist. So as we go, we're going to pull one arm back. So we're going to roll back, twist that body. And lift up tall. Alternating sides. So twisting back, looking over that shoulder. Lengthening up. Pulling those abs in as you lengthen yourself back. Twist. Coming up. Twisting back. One more each side. Should be feeling in those obliques round about now. You're probably all swearing at me, but I'm not there. So I can't hear you. And sit up tall. Good, roll down with control, please. No collapsing. And we're going to do a little spine twist now. Okay, so you can have your arms out wide on the mat, or you can have them lower. My shoulder doesn't like my arm being out there, so I'm going to have mine just here, okay? But you can have them as wide as you like. The important thing here is to glue your knees and glue your heels together. If they start sliding, you're not getting the exercise at all. So gluing your knees and your heels, one foot will come off the mat. So you're going to twist your hips, lift your hip up. You're going to have to take that foot off. Look over the opposite shoulder. Get a big stretch down this side and back to the centre. So check those knees and hips are glued as you twist. Lift that hip off, keep your shoulder anchored and to the centre. So lifting up and over, make sure those heels haven't moved. Use those abs to lift to the centre. Lift up and over. Nice stretch down that side. One more each side. Last one. And come into the centre. Okay, ready for the 100. Your feet, knees and thighs should already be together. Arms by your side. So remember, if your neck aches, put your head down. Otherwise, it's time to crack on. Scoop your belly in, curl up. Reach through your fingers, bring your knees in. Heels together, we breathe. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight legs. Squeeze heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Scoop deep. Hold strong. Breathe in. Breathe out. Boots wrapped. Heels squeezed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pump your arms. Get you warm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 10. Last 5. Draw your knees in, rest your head down. It's very hard to talk and do that one, I have to say. It's the hardest. Rock or roll yourself up. And we're going to do a twisted half roll back. You lucky people. Okay, so again, this is quite hard because I've got a wall behind me. The idea is you have your arms wide. With my shoulder, I actually prefer doing it like this. So it depends, but the ideal is your arms are wide for this one. Okay, so legs reaching long in front. And as we roll back, we're going to do it with a twist. So we're not going to go too far because it's really hard to come back up. So twist around, tuck in that tail, lengthen back, rolling back a little way. And then lift yourself back up. Twist the other way. We're going alternate sides. Scoop your belly in, lengthen your spine down. Use those abs to lift you up. Come to the centre, twist, lengthen back. Lift with those abs. You really won't go too far. It is very challenging to come back up. Twist, lengthen back. Big scoop, squeeze those heels to come back up. One more each side. Twist, looking behind, lengthen back. Lifting up, last one. Twist and reach. And lifting up and come down. Feeling it here? Hope so. Okay. In that case, you're all ready for your roll up now. So, we're going to go straight into it. We're going to go all the way down, all the way up. So reach through your heels, arms floating up. Scoop your belly in, roll down, bone by bone, arms overhead. Scoop in, lift your arms, lift your head, peel yourself up and stretch over. Not too slowly, roll down, try and stay with me. Arms reach overhead, scoop your belly, lift your arms, lift your head, peel yourself up and stretch over. Tucking and rolling, bone by bone, roll down. Arms reach long, scoop your belly, wrap your seat, peel your spine off the mat and stretch over. Lengthening down, roll down, bone by bone. Arms over, peeling up bone by bone, stretching over. Last one, roll down, lengthening down, we're coming up one more time. Using those abs to peel off the mat, stretch over your feet. And roll all the way down for your reverse crunch. So bring your knees in. Okay, so this is our build up ready for rollover. So Lying long on the mat, feet, knees and thighs together. You want to be gluing those heels. Arms by your side, anchoring down into the mat. So use your arm to press down into the mat. So you're not tensing your shoulders, but your arms are pressing down. Scoop in your belly and lift your feet, lift your tail. And roll down. So you might not come up far, but I want it controlled. So even if you're only getting that, that's what we want. We want all that work in your abs. Try not to let it go too much into your shoulders. You want the work in your centre. Make sure your feet come back down each time. So last one. And bring your feet down. Reaching one leg long down your centre line for one leg circle. So pressing your heel away, making sure your toes are in line with your nose down your centre line. Bring the other leg in for a good stretch of the hamstring. And take that leg to the ceiling. Add your turnout. We go across and around and up. Scooping to anchor your hips. Cross and around and up. Keeping the work in the joint. Last one, change direction. Out and across and up. Inner thigh round and lift. Out and across and up. Two more. Last one. Draw your knee and give it a good stretch. And change legs. So again, bring the other one in, give it a stretch, making sure your foot is flexed on the mat, your heel is your anchor, on your centre line. Leg to the ceiling, add your turnout, we go across and around and up. Scooping to anchor your hips, cross and around and up. Inner thigh round and lift. Last one, change direction, out and across and up. Keeping the work in the joint. Out and across and up. Two more. The last one. Draw your knee and give it a stretch. And then rock or roll yourself up for rolling like a ball. Okay, so if you're struggling, because it's been a while, you can have your hands behind your thighs. That's the easier shape to do. Better that than flinging and cheating. If you want the more challenging option, hands in front of your legs. If you've been doing this brilliantly every day for a week, well, you never know, you haven't got much else to do, you can have a go with the chain. So you grab hold of one wrist and then you lift your knees. But that is seriously difficult. If you want to have a go, have a go. I'm in my hands on my legs. So, scooping in, lengthen your spine, no slumping. It's a new year, new beginning. It's going to be better, it is. So scooping in, looking in at your belly, shoulders down. So it's that scoop. The deeper you scoop, the more you tuck. Eventually you're going to roll back and come up. Scooping in to roll back. Scoop even more to come back up. Helps keep that shape. Scoop and come up. Rolling back. Scoop and come up. Keeping that curl in your spine. 3 more. Keep looking in. Remember, if you move your head, it makes it harder. Last one. And bring your feet down. Good. Okay. Time for the abs series. So, hands by your side, sit yourself back to the centre of your mat. Single leg stretch. So, reaching one leg long, outside hand to your ankle, inside hand to your knee. So, sitting up nice and tall, long through the back of your neck through to your crown. So, same as 100, if your neck aches, put your head down, please. Okay. I don't want to imagine you with pained look on your faces because your neck hurts, okay? Pained look for abs is fine, but no necks. Scoop your belly in, roll yourself back. Take your legs with you. And change. And change. Reach long, pull in. And reach. And change. Scooping in, Hold you still. Reach and change. 2 more. Last one. Bring your knees in, rest your head for a moment. Double leg stretch. And move down a bit. So scoop your belly in, curl up, hands to your ankles. Heels together, you need those glutes. Reach with your seat, scoop it in. Reach with your seat, in with your abs. Reach and pause, scoop it in. Reach and pause, draw it in. So your tailbone's anchored, scooping in. 3 to go. Last 2, reach with your seat. In with your abs, last one. Coming in, rest your head down for a minute. Okay, I said the 100 was hard to talk through, this may be worse. Ready for scissors. Scooping in, curl up. Reach your legs long. So remember, you can hold behind your thighs, you're aiming for your ankles, but not behind your knees. Never hold behind your knees. So scooping in, take hold of one leg. Pull, 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 pull. Abs pulling into the mat. Pull, 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 pull. Heels brush past each other. Stretching those legs, reaching them long. Pull, 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 pull. 2 more. Last one. Draw your knees in, rest your head for a moment. Okay, ready for double leg lower lift, everyone's favourite. Remember, keep those spines anchored on the mat. I don't want any arching of your spine, no arches. Okay, so work to your limit where you feel it. One hand on top of the other behind your head, elbows wide. Scoop your belly in, curl up. Reach your legs long. You need those heels glued. You need those glutes to lower those legs. Lift with your abs. Reach away with your seat. Lift with your abs. Lower it down. Scoop it back up. Reach it long. Lift with your center. Stay curled up as you work. Reach with your seat. Lift with your abs. 2 more. Lengthen it down. Scooping it up. Last one. And lift. Draw your knees in. Have a break for a moment. Okay, so we're not doing crisscross today. We're going to do a different exercise that focuses really on the rotation. Okay, so we have to shuffle over. So it's like the spine twist we did earlier, but it's slightly more challenging because your legs are off the floor. So again, your arms can be wide on the mat. Mine only go to here. So pull your abs, and you get to keep your head down for this one. Lift your legs into tabletops. They're not sunk, they're in a tabletop, okay? So just imagine you've got a drink on there. So they're not all dropped in, it's all at right angles. Most important, you glue your feet and your knees. If you slide like that, right, you're not going to get the exercise. So you've got to glue them together. Okay, imagine you've got a band around your knees. You're going to lift your hip as you take your legs over to one side. Keep your shoulders anchored. And use those abs to lift them to the centre. Take them over the other side. Abs, lift them to the centre. Gluing those knees and those heels. Lifting your hips. You've got to take those hips off the mat to find that twist through your centre. Shoulders stay down. Legs don't change their shape. Look over the opposite shoulder for an even bigger stretch if you want to. I find it actually stabilises me somewhat. Last one. No idea which way I went first. And then bring your feet down and have a stretch. Bring your arms by your side. Turn your head from side to side. then draw a little circle on the ceiling with your nose. Let it get bigger, stretching out that neck. Changing direction. All the way into the centre. And then rock or roll yourself up for spine stretch forward. Okay, so sitting up really tall, so you're right up on your sit bone. Don't want anybody sat like this. If you're finding, because you might be stiff after a break, that's where you want to be, find a nice thick book. I've never found War and Peace so useful. Okay, so you want to be sat right up on your sit bone, so you're sitting up tall, or you may need to bend your legs slightly. But I want length, real length through that spine. So reach for your heels, sitting up tall, float your arms in front. Shoulders stay down, big breath in. Pulling your belly back, aim your head for your knees. There's no cocktails there. There might be a cup of coffee with a straw, you never know. Breathing in, sitting up. Make sure you come back up really tall, so you lengthen straight up. Breathe out, pull your abs back, stretch that spine. Breathing in, sitting up, up, up. Breathe out, pull those abs back, stretch your head up and over to your knees. Breathing in, sitting tall. Last one, big breath in. Breathe out, pull those abs back. It's as if your spine is still stuck to the wall. Breathing in, sitting tall. Well done. Open leg rocker. Bring your feet in. Lift and balance. Remember that length. We don't want creases down the t-shirt. We're long through the crown. So balancing, scooping in, reach one leg long and draw it in. Reach the other leg and draw it in. Reaching both legs. I will have a go at rocking. If you want to have a go at rocking, do. If not, just hold your balance. Look in, roll back. Look up to come up. Look in to roll back. Up to come up. Check those shoulders are still down. Roll back. Lift up. Last one. Lift up. Bring your feet together. Let go, hold your teaser. Roll down, take your legs to the sky, but then bring them in. Okay, before we do crisscross today, no, not crisscross, where are we? Corkscrew. We're going to do an exercise called TikTok. Not like my daughter's TikTok. Okay, she's obsessed with TikTok, so all she's doing is making videos at the moment. But not like this. Okay, so reach your legs long. If you need to have them bent, that's fine. Make them a diamond shape. We want to glue those heels together. So this is the next step again from the spine twist, and then we did the abs one. So now this is with your legs long. So your arms can come a bit wider. Take your legs over to one way and to the center. Reaching over, you've got to glue those heels. Your abs are controlling the movement. So don't go too far. You want your shoulders anchored, and it's your abs lifting you back up. Heels glued. One more each way. Last one. And center, bring your legs in for a minute. Okay, we're going to go straight into corkscrew 2 today. So we're going to circle and lift. Draw our lollipop. Circle and lift. So 3 circles in each direction. Bring your arms by your side. Legs reach long. Now I don't want those tailbones off, so make sure they're anchored. So have your legs long. Squeezing those heels, we circle. Lift with your abs. Circle. Use those abs. Circle. Draw your stick. Circle. And stick. One more in each direction. Try and keep the work out of your shoulders. They should stay relaxed. Last one. Take hold of your thighs and rock yourselves up for saw. Right, I'm going to spin around for saw so I can see you all. Ha ha ha, see how I'm watching. So again, sitting up really tall, right up on your sit bones, reaching through your heels. Your feet are now slightly more than mat width. We're going to do this really slowly today so we can focus on the twist. I don't want your shoulders twisting. I don't want your hips moving. It's all about the twist in the centre. So sitting up tall, arms come wide. Big breath in. Breathe out, twist those ribs around. Find that movement. And then reach, reach, reach. Sitting up, then untwist. We're doing it really slowly. Twist those ribs around. Make sure it's those ribs that have moved. And then reach, reach, reach. Sit up, then untwist. Twist and reach. 2, 3. Up and untwist. Push those ribs round and reach. 2, 3. Come up and untwist. Last one each way. Twist and reach, reach, reach. Sitting up. Last one. And sit up, untwist and come down. Good. Turn onto your front. Ready for swan. So without me watching, how many of you did the nice transition via a plank? No, I didn't think so. I know. See, I know. Okay. Hands by your shoulders. Legs reaching long. Scoop your belly off the mat, push your tailbone away. Push the marble away, lift your head, reach your shoulders down the back. Remember, no creases in your neck, it's a New Year's resolution. And lengthening, so you can get your forehead further down the mat. Scooping in, push the marble away, lifting your head, reach your shoulders down, stretch through those shoulders. And lengthen down. This time we're going to add a neck roll. So big scoop. Push the marble away, make sure your neck is long, look over to the left, down and around to the right, to the centre, to the right, down and around to the left, to the centre, and lengthen all the way down. Do some leg lifts, so bring your legs together. Glue them together with your inner thighs and your glutes. We're going to lift and lower. Lift those thighs off and lengthen. No bending at the knees. We want to lift those thighs. Last one. And then sit back in rest position. 3 big breaths. Pulling those abs off those thighs. Then bring yourselves up onto all fours for thread the needle. So you want your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders. Okay. So depending on how flexible you are, will depend on how much of this you can do. So just watch me for a minute while I show you the 2 different things you can do. So don't do it yet, just watch me. Okay, take one arm wide, thread it through, bend the supporting arm. Now that might be far enough. If you can then lift and stretch and come back in. But you might not want to do that extra lift. Okay. So the important thing to remember is to bend your supporting arm. It's what people often forget. So scoop your belly in, reach one arm wide, do it with me now. Thread your arm between your arm and your leg, bend that supporting arm, bring your shoulder down if you can and stretch the opposite arm up. And then lift back up. Change sides, reach the other arm long, thread it through, bending, shoulder comes down if you can, stretch it open. Bring that hand down and lift up. Reaching wide, thread it through, open up, and come back into the centre. Reaching out, threading through, bend that arm down onto your shoulder, open. And then one more in each side. Arm wide, thread through, open up, bring your hand down. Last one, take it wide, thread it through, open, all fours. Okay, turning over onto your back for shoulder bridge prep. Now again, watch me before we do it, because we're going to add a twist. Now you might remember this when we did this in class, if you happen to be there. It's like you've got sand in your pockets and you're tipping it out. So I want you just to watch me first. So squeezing those heels, wrap your seat, push up. It's all about the glutes. So it's a small movement again in the centre. We're going to tip and tip, tip and tip, and then lower bone by bone, back down. Okay, so with me this time, arms anchored by your side, heels together, big breath in, lift your hips, wrap that seat as you tip, 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 come to the centre and lengthen bone by bone, roll all the way down. And again, breathe in, lift up, make sure those shoulders are relaxed, glutes are switched on as you tip, 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 centre and roll down, bone by bone, lengthen your spine. Last one, breathe in, lift, wrap your seat as you tip, 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 into the centre, scooping in, rolling down, bone by bone, all the way down. Okay, so bring yourselves up into sitting. I'm going to spin myself around again for this one. So this is called spine twist seated. So as we did spine twist lying down, we needed our heels and our knees glued. If you're going to be doing this, probably see my feet moving, you're not going to be twisting here. It doesn't want to, it will do everything it can not to, so you're going to have to work hard. So you can put your head cushion between your heels or your knees if you think that'll help you keep them together. So grab them if you need to, go. Brilliant. Okay, so sitting up really tall, again right up on your sit bones. If you need to bend your legs, that's fine. I want you sat up as tall as you can. This is all about length in your spine. It's not going to work if you're twisting like this, okay? Got to be long and tall. So reaching through your heels, arms wide. So reach through your crown, take a big breath in. Breathe out and you twist and twist. Come into the centre. It's not a bounce, it's a twist and a twist further. So it's twist, twist and centre. Make sure you sit up tall in the middle. Breathing out, out, lengthen. You want to go taller each time you twist. Last one each way. Last one. And bring your arms down. And we're going to roll down to do arm openings before the side kick series. So lying on your side, ideally facing me so you can see what I'm doing. Pop your head cushion or your towel between your arm and your head. I want you lying long for this. And then it's like you're sat on a chair. Everything's at 90 degrees. You've got your spine, turns 90 degrees to your thighs. Knees are then 90 degrees down your calves. Okay. And your arm is long in front of you. Again, you need to glue those knees and hips together. Okay, so there's no sliding around. They stay glued. Arm in front. Opening it up. Following your arm with your head, twisting back. And coming in. Hopefully you've got a bit more space from me and you can reach back further. So you open up, keep those knees and hips glued and come in. So that arm stays long, it stays in line with your shoulders as much as you can. And coming in. Two more. Gluing those knees, don't let them move. Should be a nice twist through your side. Last one. And coming down. Okay, all ready for the side kick series. So reaching your legs long. Now remember, your body should be lengthened. You're not all squashed on the side, you're scooping in, you're feeling long. Okay, so you're lengthened up. Your hip, imagine I'm there with your foot pulling it away. Okay, I'm reaching that heel. So they're stacked. I don't want any of this. You see, mine want to sink to here. But I have to lift and push that hip away to keep them stacked. It's hard work. Hand in front to balance. Lift that top leg hip height. Really, I mean hip height. Check yourself. Relax your foot. And we're going to just do some rotation to start within that hip joint. We're going to turn to the ceiling and back. To the ceiling and back. Ceiling. 2 more. Really working in that joint. Last one. And bring your leg down for a minute. Front and back. Lift hip height. Check its hip height. Soft foot, add your turn out, and we kick, kick, reach it back. Long to the front, reach behind. With your turn out, back, parallel. Turn it out, parallel. 2 more, and back. Last one, and back. Lower your leg down. Now check that your hips and heels are still stacked. No sinking in the middle, keep it in the joint. We're going to lift, twist, and reach. Lift, twist, lengthen. Lift, twist. Check those heels are still stacked. Lift, twist, and reach. Last one. Passe. Slide your toes up your leg with your knee to the ceiling. Reach your knee to your shoulder. Kick it up and stretch. Knee to the ceiling, knee to your shoulder, kick and reach. Slide, knee to shoulder, kick. Change direction, kick it up. Bend, bring those toes to your thigh and slide. Lift, bend, slide, lift, bend. Now small circles, check those heels together. You see my hips had sunk. Push it away. Soft foot, small circles with your turn out. Soft foot, change direction, making those heels brush each time. And then lift that top leg, place it in front of you. Reach your other leg long behind, check your collarbone still wide. Reaching through your crown, reach through that heel, we're going to lift and lower. Lift and hover. Reach through your crown, reach through your heel. 2 more. Last one, and then 4 circles in each direction. Push it off the back of the mat. Use that inner thigh. Change direction, reaching through that heel. And then bring that top leg down. And we're going to have to spin over to the other side. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see me. Okay. So starting with the arm openings. So have your arm long again, with your head cushion. So it's as if you sat on a seat, so everything is at right angles. Making sure your knees are stacked, your hips are stacked. So they're going to be on top of each other. Make sure you haven't rolled back or rolled forward. Okay, arm long in front of you. Opening your arm, looking behind. And come in. So following your hand with your head, opening up, twisting through that side, anchoring those hips and knees. And coming in. So opening through that side. 2 more. And last one. And then you're all ready for the side kick series, so get yourself into the position you use. Legs long, body long. Check those hips are stacked. I'm pulling on that foot again. So reaching away, hand in front to stabilise, collarbone wide, shoulders down. Lift that leg hip height. Are you better on this side? Good. We're going to do our rotation first, so toes to the ceiling and back. Twist and back. So it's your inner thighs helping strengthen that hip joint. Last 2. And lower your leg down. Okay, ready for front and back. So remember it's turned out at the front and parallel behind. So hip height again, relax your foot, make sure it's not all tense. Add your turn out, and we kick, kick, reach behind, turn it out, lengthen back, kick, kick, reach behind. Keep the work in your joint. Turn it out, parallel. Turn it out, parallel. Kick, kick, reach it back. Last one. And back. Lower your leg. Down. Check that your hips are still stacked. Up and down. Kick up, twist and reach. Up, twist, heel to heel. Up, twist, lengthen. Up, twist, reach. Last one. Passe. Slide your toes up your leg, knee to your shoulder, reach and lengthen. Making sure you don't drop into that side. Last one. Change direction, reach it up, knee to the ceiling. Now slide those toes. Up, knee to the ceiling, slide those toes. Last one. And small circles with your turn out. Brushing that heel, relax your foot. Change direction. Heels brushing each time. Make sure they go behind. And then lift that top leg, place it in front of you. Threading your arm through. Reaching your leg long behind. So pressing through that heel, collarbone wide, long through your crown. We're going to lift and hover. Lift and hover. Reaching through that heel. Reaching through that crown. Last one. And then 4 circles in each direction. Pushing it off the back of the mat. Reaching through that heel. And then bring that leg down. We're going to do a funky transition for teaser. So lift that top leg, place your foot behind your knee, top hand behind your bottom, bottom hand in front, and spin. Yeah, brilliant. Grab your head cushions, I know you like them, or a towel, ball, anything, pop it between your knees. Okay, so we're going to do teaser one leg. So grab whatever it is between your knees, reach one leg long. We're going to go straight into them today. We're going to 3 on each leg. Reaching high, scooping in. Remember, don't go too slow. Roll down. Stay with me. Arms over. Peel yourself up and reach. Roll it down. Arms over, big scoop. Squeeze those inner thighs and lift. Last one on the side. Reaching up and lift. Change your legs. Bing. Holding that cushion. Roll it down. Arms reach over, scooping in. Peel and reach. Roll down. Arms long, scoop, peel and reach. Last one. And lifting up and bring your foot down. Well done, people. Your reward is swimming. Yay! So, turning over for swimming. Arms long, legs long. Now remember, we don't want to make a splash. We're going to look elegant and seamless. Those hips need to anchor on the mat and your shoulders stay still. So we're going to go fast today. We're going to do it the same breathing speed as the 100. And I'm going to try and talk while we do it. So scoop your belly in, push your tail away. Lift your head just out of the water. Don't be looking up. No creases, remember. So you just lifted your head out. Lift both arms and legs off the mat and we swim. 2, 3, 4, 5, reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hip still. 2, 3, 4. Last 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower down. Well done. Leg pull front support. Hands by your shoulders. Curling your toes under. Wrapping your seat. Glue those inner thighs together. Scoop your belly in. Push yourself up long and strong. Hold it there like a piece of steel. Wrapping your seat. Pulling your abs in, reaching through your crown. hold it long, hold it strong. 3, 2, 1, tuck in those elbows in, bring those chests down, fast. Okay, we're going to do one more, ready for our neat transition into mermaid. So depending on which way you're facing, will depend on which leg you tuck under, so I can't tell you that one. But you've done it before. It's the leg furthest away from the screen you tuck under. So scooping in, wrap your seat, push yourself up like a piece of steel. Holding it strong, not for long. 3, 2, 1, tuck your leg under for mermaid. So wonderful, you see. Okay, so sitting up tall, long through both sides of your body. Hand to your ankle, other arm to your ear. Big breath in, lift up and over. Through the centre. Elbow down, stretch through that side. Abs lift you up, stretching up and over. Through the centre. Elbow down, press your hip away from your fingers. Abs lifting up, lengthen up and over. Through the centre. Elbow down and reach that side long. Scooping up, curl your arm around your head, looking at your belly and stretch. And you can either swing your legs around or you can rainbow to the other side. So again, sitting up tall, arm to your ear. Big breath in, stretching up and over. Through the centre. Elbow down, press your fingers away from your hips. Lifting with your abs as you stretch up and over. Through the centre. Elbow down, press those hips away from those fingers. Abs lift up and over. Through the centre. Elbow down, reach that side long. Scooping up, curl your arm around your head, looking at your belly, have a stretch. And then swing yourself round for seal. Say a prayer, you're nearly there. Dive your hands through, take hold of your feet. Lift and balance. Okay, so long spine, no sinking, remember your length on your spine. Looking at your belly. Don't let your head move tall. 1 inch, remember, move your head 1 inch is the difference between success and failure. Got to keep looking in at those abs. Make sure they're working, keep an eye on them. So, clap 3 times, roll back, clap overhead if you can, and come up. Clap, 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 roll back, and come up. Keeping that control, make sure that head stays in. Scooping in deeper to come back up. 2 more. Last one. And if you want to, you can cross your feet and come up and just stand there. Okay. All ready for your push-up series. So standing up tall, heels together, wrapping your seat, scoop your belly in. Reaching up, big breath in. Breathe out, rolling down bone by bone. Bend your knees if you need to get your hands on the floor. Walk out in 3. Find those lovely plank positions you had. Now 3 tricep dips. Tucking those elbows in by your side. Lifting your hips to the ceiling. Take a moment to enjoy your stretch. Walk it back. And then restack. Bone by bone. Standing up and around. Okay, got one more little exercise, nice little stretchy exercise called arm openings. Okay, so bring your feet slightly wider than shoulders. Have your feet as if they're in a wide Pilates stance. So you're pulling those heels together, wrapping your seat. Bend your knees, keeping your body long. So you've not gone forward, your body's still upright. Okay, hands to one side. You're going to take the top arm up, open that chest, look to the stars, and draw it back in. twisting round, opening that chest, looking up, and come in. One more. And come in. Stand up for a minute, give those legs a break. And we'll do the other side. So again, wrap that seat, bend those knees, body stays upright, hands to the other side. Opening up and come in. Twisting round, look to that hand. And in. Last one, open up. And come in. Good. Give those legs a little shake out. Bringing your heels together. Standing up nice and tall. Wrapping your seat. Draw your inner thighs together. Scooping your belly in. Relaxing your shoulders. Bringing the weight onto the balls of your feet. Take a big breath in. Lift up onto your toes. Breathing out, lower with control. Breathe in, stretching up. Breathing out, pressing those hands and heels down. Last one, big breath in, stretching up. Leave your head on the ceiling, feel your spine get longer as you press your heels down. And stand tall. Thank you everyone, I hope you've enjoyed yet another little lockdown video. Should keep you going. And fingers crossed I'll see you all soon. Okay, take care, bye.